Good afternoon, this is Wes Garland from Garland Music. It's a beautiful May day outside. And what does May bring? Gig prep. So one of the activities that I am doing this year is getting this Hammond CV behind me ready to play some gigs. It hasn't played any gigs since before the pandemic. And I wanted to show all you gigging Hammond players with C cabinets out there a little trick that I have come up with. So this is a bog standard, well, not really, Hammond CV organ made by Northern Hammond in Canada. It's been modified with some R100 and Elegante internals. It's a real gigger. It's not a collector piece by any stretch of the imagination. The case is in a bit of rough shape, but definitely stage presentable. Keen-eyed observers will notice that the top and the organ themselves are different colors. The top is actually from a C3. I can't find the top for this CV right now, but it doesn't really matter because the CV and the C3 have the same mod. So one of the problems that happens with these organs is that they get full of dust and stuff drops on them in the van or even in the venue during load in or load out or whatever, and we want to avoid as many accidents as we can. So a lot of us leave the lids on. So the lid is now on this organ, and the manuals are well protected. And by the way, good on Hammond. Though the lid and the organ were made in different countries 25 years apart, and they fit perfectly. They must have really understood blueprints. So the problem with these when you're gigging them, that we don't have when we're gigging A100s, is that they get in the way. If you want to put a top keyboard on top of this guy, you'll find that there really isn't a place to put it. So if you've got a clavinet on top or a digital piano like I do, you basically run out of real estate, or you kind of get some height going. It's even worse if the music rest is on, but those tend to go right away in gigging rigs from my experience. So a lot of guys take the lid right off, and that's why the lid for this thing has gotten completely misplaced. What I've started doing instead is taking the hinges off. So you can see that there's no hinge between this lid and this organ. So the piano hinge has been completely removed. And instead, I have Velcro mounted here. I put the fuzzy side here, so you can use it for outboard effects pedal if you want to. And I put the mating piece here. And same deal, I put a little bit down here and a little bit down here. These are out of the way for the player. But what they do is they provide just a good place for the lid to grip when it's in the van. So we've opened up the organ. We can take this lid and throw it aside for the gig and put our piano on top. At the end of the night, we come back. We basically close the lid up like usual. I'm doing this one-handed, so it's a little bit slower than it would be. So the lid is in place. That's not going anywhere. It'll bump down the road just fine, and that will protect your rig. Total investment, $5 in 10 minutes. Highly recommended.